Hello YouTubers and welcome to Mud Max Metal Detecting. Right, it's a Monday afternoon, going into evening. I've got all my weekend chores done. It's a bank holiday Monday, so I'm going to enjoy a bit of digging. And we'll see what comes up, good, bad and otherwise. And if I get too bored, don't know if you can make them out, there's some nice blackberries back there, so I could always pick some of those, go home and make myself a pie. Yeehaw, let's get stuck in. Okay, she's out the hole and she's over yonder. Oh, revving up. Okay. Just a bit of lead. Don't think it's been worked into anything. Don't think it's anything fantastic. Be quiet, you. But it's a start. We're off and running. Aha. Oh, okay. Well, you're a piece of lead, but you're flat on one side and domed on the other. And I can't quite make out if that's a pattern on there, but it appears it might be. I think we'll have a close-up of this. Yeah, I think it's time for a close-up. Ah, strange little dome. Doesn't actually appear to have anything on the front. I thought it did at first. I thought there were some markings, but I don't think there are. But a definite dome, a definite blob dome of lead. A purpose once, a purpose no more. Now that's interesting because that was jumpy numbers before I turned the sod over. And that's almost dead-eye 40-41. Don't get many 40-41s, I'm intrigued. Let's go down and have a look and see what it is. Okay, turned you around the other way now to inspect the sod. It is the same one. Got a problem though. I think this thing's playing up. Sometimes I put it in the hole and there's a signal everywhere. So, either way, it looks like on this occasion it's going to help us to find this strange numbers in the 40s, well, solid 40s actually, object. Ah, there she be. Oh wow, now they come in at all kinds of different numbers and it can only be the depth. If you've seen quite a few of my videos, you'll know I get quite a few of these. These little lead sort of like rivets. They can't be nails because they're too flat at the end. There must be some kind of lead rivet. I really don't know what they're used for, but they are an absolute nuisance. But I can't remember having had one spot on the 40s. They normally come up a bit higher. But I think it's just because they're small and when their depth varies, they're just troublesome for the detectors, I think. Troublesome for me too, because I don't like them. Right, now the other day I had a quick cheeky hunt in an area that I've been trying to get on for quite a long time, but the grass has been long, it's been unavailable. I couldn't film it because it's a bit too close to some obvious structures and I just didn't want to give them away. It wouldn't have been fair on the landowner, to be honest. But I did have a couple of nice coins, so let's close in on those at home and I'll show them to you now. Okay, now I'm not going to take too long staring at these coins because I've just been cleaning a mystery object that I didn't think was going to be anything particularly special, but now I'm very excited about it. So very quickly, let's have a look at this one. You can see Britannia there. It is in fact Victoria, but it's a lot more worn and beaten up than I thought it was when I got it out of the ground. You really can't see a lot, unfortunately. It is 1870s, but sadly it's been eaten a lot more than I thought it had. The King George, on the other hand, oh, you got a sneak preview there. The King George, on the other hand, is quite a nice little sixpence. And I was quite pleased with that, and it's cleaned up very nice. I actually haven't had many of these, so it was quite nice to get a little sixpence. And it's 1936, so very nice. So there's a couple of coins I had the other day, but let's come on to the star attraction, because I'm really excited about this. Now, if you look at this object, you can see that there's actually a piece broken off just here. It should be the same as this side, sorry. And at first, I thought that this pushed it into something. And that's what made me think it was probably more modern. But then I noticed that actually there's another little one there too. So there would have been one on the matching part on this side. And then I looked more and more at the markings on it. And there's no doubt about it in my mind, but this is very old. It's definitely not broken at the top, so I don't think it's part of a crucifix. But I do think it's some kind of jewellery piece. It's completely flat on the other side. There's nothing at all. It's a one-sided object, but it's got crude markings and it's got very, very crude decoration. And it's just got a very crude look about it altogether, to be honest. I have no idea what it is. Clearly, it had two matching sides once. Let me pick it up for you. There you go. Clearly, it had two matching sides. One little bit's fallen off. I've no idea what it was. It's an absolutely beautiful little thing, whatever it was. Right, I'm going to put a close-up now, because a close-up will give you a better image than the video. And I'll finish this little segment looking at the pieces. If anybody knows what that is, please let me know. That's one for you, Anne. Anne knows who she is. She always comments on my videos, and she's always spotting things that I miss and telling me what things are. So thank you, Anne. I always appreciate it. There you go. Fill your boots. What do you think that is, Anne? And the rest of you, of course. Aha! It is a little lead pistol ball. I say pistol ball because it's far too small to be a musket ball. It must be a much smaller caliber. Whether it would have been a little rifle or a pistol, I don't know. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a little lead ball. It wasn't that far from the surface. It wasn't a particularly nice signal either, but I find over here quite a lot of them aren't. Yeah, they kind of give you enough to go after them and clean up when you get closer to them. But that's what it is. It is a bullet. It is an old round bullet. Okay, this one was way down in the hole, not in the top sod. I take a good sized top sod, so this one was quite deep. It's come out in the spoil, and I don't know if you can make it out there, but I haven't touched it because I thought I'd wait until I got the camera on before I did any more, because it was lovely numbers, slightly faint wispy signal. It indicated a bit of depth actually, but it was still good numbers in the 70s. Got it out, 70s, 80s, and it's got quite a coinish look about it. So let's pluck it out the spoil together. Oh, I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. In fact, I'm extremely hopeful. Do you know what? This is quite crude and quite worn, and I'm reckoning that this might be a very old grotty Roman. It's definitely got that kind of look about it. I'll clean it up and we'll have a close-up. But this is very close to where I get Romans. That was a deep signal. But definitely a go after it. It wasn't iffy at all, not on the numbers or the tone. I could just tell it was a little bit deep. I think that's an old Roman. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, there is some kind of standing figure going right through the middle of this coin. It's very worn, but you can just make it out. I don't know how much of it you can see there, but literally just where my thumb's running now, you can just make something out, something left of it. There's definitely a figure on that. It was definitely a Roman coin in my opinion. On this side, it's very, very hard to see. I've had to really, really look closely, but there is just a raise that indicates some kind of bust was there. I'll clean it up when I get home. We might get a fraction more off of it, but I think it's a big old, I know they call them Roman grots, don't they? Yeah, I suppose that one qualifies as a grot. Can you see that? There's just something rising up the centre of that coin on that side. There's some kind of figure. So there is something left on it, but not a lot. That's one old Roman. Okay, looks like we're going to finish the evening with more ammunition. I've had plenty off this permission. This permission's coming to an end really. I really have done it to death. But that's the last find of the day. Time for some tea. Well, sadly, that big old Roman never cleaned up, so we'll never know. It's a permanent grot, I'm afraid. But that little piece, wow, I've spent a few days trying to find out what that is, and I'm none the wiser. So if any of you guys think you know what it is, please do let me know. Right, links, as always, in my gold mask videos to the UK supplier will be in the video. And in the near future, I've got a club dig coming up and a new field to do, which I'll probably do with the XP Deus. So until then, good luck, happy hunting, and I'll see you soon.